An absolute vision of beige today. Honestly, I'm blending in with pretty much everything in the background. Anyway, hello and welcome to the autumn-winter version of the what I would wear for insert scenario here video. So a couple of months ago I did this video, but it was sort of a more summary version. If you didn't watch that video, basically what I will be doing is picking 10 scenarios or situations that might arise this season, whether it's going to the pub, maybe going out for a nice dinner with friends, or just going for a long walk on a cold winter's day. And I show you what I would wear in that situation, basically. It's very, very straightforward. And just like the last video, this is going to be sponsored by Farfetch again. So what that means is that some of the pieces that I incorporate into the outfits are from Farfetch. So it will all feel very organic and natural. It won't feel heavily sponsored or anything like that, because everything will be integrated in with the pieces that already exist within my wardrobe. The great thing about working with Farfetch is that I can give you a discount code. So if you've had your eye on anything, you can use my 10% off code, which I will pop here. I think it's Brittany 10YT. Or is it Brittany YT10? Anyway, it will be here. The correct code will be here. And then all the T's and C's, if you do wish to use the code, will be in the description box, along with links to all of the pieces that are from Farfetch, so that it's all transparent and you can see which pieces are from Farfetch. I feel like I've spoken about Farfetch many, many times. Lots of you will be familiar with my love for Farfetch. It is the website that I probably use the most when shopping for clothing, I would say, simply due to the vast amount of brands that they have on there. Sometimes I shop brands that are quite hard to find in the UK, and I can nearly always rely on Farfetch to stock that brand. They've got such a mix of like big established luxury brands down to the small independent brands, up and coming brands, a real mix of price points. There's a lot on there. You could be on there for a long, long time browsing through, so it's great. And the beautiful thing about Farfetch is it kind of acts like this big house that is home to lots of small businesses around the world. So a lot of the time when you're shopping on Farfetch, you'll be supporting maybe an independent boutique somewhere, which is great because obviously over the last 18 months, lots of businesses have struggled, and as the world sort of opens up again, it's a lovely way to support those businesses that have had a hard time, and those brands as well that have had a hard time. So yeah, all in all, just a great website, and yeah, I love it, basically. And a massive thank you to Farfetch for working with me on this kind of set of videos. It's been really, really fun. So yeah, I'm just going to get on with the bit that you're here for, the outfits basically. So it will follow the same format as last time, but I'm going to slightly change up the cutaway so it's a little bit more enjoyable to watch. Also, if there's been any background noise that has irritated you during this introduction, I do apologise. Don't worry, that will stop, because, wow, there was some real loud noise just then. I'm going to do a voiceover for the remainder of the video, and I'm going to record that with a proper microphone, so there won't be any background noise. It's just because for the intro I've been sat next to a window and there's roadworks going on outside. Not the wisest of moves, but yeah, don't worry, that background noise will be gone, and there'll be some lovely music, and it will be very serene and calming. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this video. As always, like I said in the last one, if you want to see another one, just keep leaving suggestions, because there's been some awesome suggestions for kind of like situations, ones that I hadn't even thought of. So yeah, if you want to see a third edition of this, then yeah, feel free to keep leaving those suggestions. Anyway, I hope you enjoy, and thank you so much for watching. One more thing, I promise, and then I'll actually let you watch the bulk of the video. I just want to do a quick preface before I actually start showing you the outfits, because the video is literally just me showing you outfits. It's not a video of me telling you what to wear. It's not a video of me telling you what I think you should wear. It's just me showing you more of my personal style and what I like to wear and how I would apply that to everyday situations. I have a very minimal style. It's very pared back. Lots of the same colours are repeated. There's not a lot of bright colour. There's certainly not a lot of pattern in my wardrobe. I don't really get dressed up much. I don't show a lot of skin. I like quite baggy and boxy silhouettes. I like oversized styles, and I'm really comfortable and happy with that. I am pretty confident in the way I dress. I'm really confident in the way I kind of present myself to the world, and the reason I'm saying this is because the last time I did a video like this, I received a few misogynistic comments, and I really want to discourage that behaviour I'm not prepared to hold space for those kinds of comments at all, especially in regards to bodies, body types, what someone finds attractive, what someone thinks is flattering or good looking, because those aren't really healthy comments. They're not helpful, and they can actually be quite damaging. And although I feel like I'm quite thick-skinned, I sometimes think that actually maybe someone in the comments might not be as thick-skinned as I am when it comes to things like that, because you just never know what someone is dealing with internally in regards to their relationship with their body and their appearance, regardless of how they look on the outside, basically. Anyway, thank you for just listening to that little bit, and I hope you enjoy the video. Starting with my favourite suggestion. What is the outfit I wear when I want to feel good and like myself? When I'm in a rut or don't know what to wear, what do I pick? So navy is my favourite colour. I think I've expressed this many times before. I feel most me when I'm wearing navy. So when I'm in a muddle, I'll always go for a full navy look. I feel very chic in navy. It's softer than black, it feels less harsh, and I'm at my most confident and comfortable in a look like this. I know I won't regret the choice later in the day, which I think is something so many of us do when we've had to pick an outfit in a rush, or when we've not really known 100% what we want to wear. Later on in the day, you feel a bit like, oh, why did I pick this? I never really get that when I go for all navy, so it's a real fail-safe for me. Here I've got on this beautiful cropped jacket from a Parisian brand that I can't really pronounce, so I'll just leave the description, the link in the description box. But it's a really wide shape, but it's cropped, which is great for my petite frame and my lack of height. And then trousers are a pair of kind of wide leg trousers from Sandro. They're wool. I've had these for quite a few years. They are my absolute favourite navy trousers. Just a great everyday pair of tailored trousers, really. And then on my feet I'm wearing Clark's Wallabies, just to, I guess, add a little bit of a point of interest. I mean, I could wear a navy shoe, but I don't actually own a navy shoe, so I've just added in these beige suede shoes. And this outfit actually, and the idea behind this outfit segues really nicely into the next outfit, which is coffee with mates, specifically if you've been in a bit of a rush. This happens to me quite often actually, especially if I've been out for a run in the morning or I've been exercising and I've actually found that I'm a bit short for time. I, again, will just go for an all navy look. This is a little bit more relaxed. The trousers are bigger, you know, the silhouette's a lot wider. They're still tailored though. I've swapped out the Wallabies for a pair of New Balance trainers. So again, just a much more relaxed feel to it. And then switching out the Crocs jacket for a rubber sort of rain trench coat. And then I was going to say to add a pop of colour, but this really isn't a pop of colour, but to kind of make it pop, I've brought out my Acne Musubi, my white one. Absolutely love this bag and love how it looks against the beige tone of the Castle coat. However, speaking of a pop of colour, I could easily swap out the turtleneck, ta-da, for my bright blue sweater, which a lot of you will know that I have got quite a thing going for bright blue at the moment. So yeah, if I was feeling like I wanted a bit more colour, I could definitely swap out the turtleneck for this. Going for a walk on a cold day. So I've picked two looks for this scenario because I couldn't choose and I wanted to show a practical cosy option and then a slightly smarter kind of chic version. So starting with the latter, I know what you're thinking. Brittany, that is just a very oversized coat with jeans and boots. And you're right, it is. That is exactly what it is. But the devil, I think, is in the detail here and the choice of classic pieces altogether. So the trench is from Studio Nicholson. It's very oversized, which is the nature of the brand. I absolutely love it. I love how boxy it is. It's this really kind of heavyweight cotton twill. So although at first glance it doesn't look like it would be warm, it really is. Oh, and it's navy, just in case you can't really tell on the screen. Underneath, for additional warmth, I have picked two very classic items. Let's have a look at the proper outfit. So I've got a long cashmere knit, just a really basic one from Uniqlo, and some straight leg indigo jeans. I absolutely love these jeans. Recently discovered the brand Still Here Denim through Farfetch, and I have worn these so much since I got them. The denim is really thick, feels like a really good quality denim. The indigo is like a proper true solid deep dark blue colour, which is so beautiful. I actually went up a size in this specific style because I wanted to achieve a slightly more relaxed look, and also I wanted to be able to tuck slightly thicker knits into them. And then I've paired them with a pair of Chelsea boots from the Row, a really classic shape, but they've got a kind of modern, slightly squared off chiseled toe, which I really love. And then my hairstyle is actually intentional too, because the coat is so boxy and I feel like I wanted to create balance. So I did that by scraping my hair back into a ponytail and just popping the collar of the coat. I feel like it just feels a bit more refined up top rather than having my hair down and it kind of feeling a bit busy. And then I finished the look off with some very simple gold jewellery and a quite slouchy crossbody bag. Then look number 2 is my more cosy and practical look. So although many would argue that white isn't that practical in the winter or while you're out for a walk, and I would agree, but I really love wearing white in the colder months, and also, humble brag, I feel like I'm quite savvy at keeping my whites clean as well. Please imagine the hat I'm wearing is grey. I really wanted to wear my grey version of this hat, but between last winter and now I seem to have lost it. I think it's in the camper van, fingers crossed, because it was one of my it's like one of my favourite beanies. So this one is just the black version, thick alpaca beanie. Then I've got a black merino wool turtleneck and my Align liner jacket, which I think is probably designed more to sit under a coat because it's quite thin. But I find it surprisingly warm on its own, especially if I've got like a heat tech camisole layered under my turtleneck. I find those 3 layers are great for when it starts getting really crisp. Straight leg jeans are from Weekday, and then Bottega lug boots because they are so good for stomping around. They're absolutely brilliant. They feel practically indestructible. Most of my outfits will feature crossbody bags, by the way, because I much prefer to be hands-free and I find it much more practical, especially when you're out on a walk. This one in particular is the Bolt bag from Sophie Hulme. The flying outfit. So this was another very popular suggestion. Honestly, and I hate to disappoint you all, I feel like I'm at a point now where I've kind of given up trying to look nice when flying, because honestly, no matter how long or short the flight is, it always seems that I come off that plane looking and feeling like such a mess. So I'll actually just show you the outfit I wore recently on our flight to Mallorca, because this was a relatively short flight and the outfit I wore still felt like me, but it was comfortable, which is ultimately my priority when I'm flying. Kept it really simple, a white t-shirt with some loose tailored trousers. These trousers in particular are great because they aren't prone to creasing. Then Birkenstocks on my feet because my feet swell quite easily when I'm flying, so I prefer to wear something I can slide on and off quite easily. And then a cashmere sweater around my shoulders because plane temperatures can be very sporadic. 1 minute you're cold, the next minute you're sweating buckets, so it's always good to have that layer that you can take on and off really easily. I pack everything in my hold luggage. I'm not one of those people that really takes much on a cabin with me, and in this case I used my basket bag because I couldn't really get it in my suitcase, so I just used my basket bag for as my handbag and just had some books and my snacks in there. I tend to travel quite light on short flights. An evening meal with friends. I took a lot of inspiration for this look from Carolyn Bessette Kennedy. I think she's a great reference point for really classic, simple looks. This outfit could probably take me from work to evening quite easily, so it's a very good dual purpose outfit. And like I said at the start of this video, I don't dress up much in the evening. My evening looks will often be very similar to my daytime looks, and I think this outfit is a really good reflection of that. Also, a lot of the time when I go out with friends, unless it's a celebration of maybe someone's birthday or a big achievement or something, we don't tend to dress up much. Everyone is similar in that we all kind of keep things quite relaxed, and also having spent the last 18 months kind of, I guess, wearing just like comfortable clothes, it's made me realise upon reflection how much I would like overdress for an evening out and not feel like myself and feel quite uncomfortable. So now I'm just at this point now where whenever I go out in the evening, I just want to feel like me, regardless of whether that looks done up enough. Anyway, the outfit itself is a sleeveless high neck cashmere turtleneck with some brown twill textured trousers and my favourite loafers. For me, the sleeveless top is enough to feel done enough for an evening with friends, and then the coat of choice is a dressing gown style coat, which is always great to just throw over practically anything. I will have this taken up, I think, at some point because it's quite long. And then this beautiful sculptural shaped bag from Farfetch by Jill Sander. A gallery trip. I've picked 2 looks for this because I think you can go 2 ways with it. I've picked an evening look which I recently wore to a preview of Frieze, and a daytime look for a general stroll around an exhibition. Starting with the latter, a really easy daytime look, sweater vest with a t-shirt underneath, some relaxed denim and my loafers again. This will be really embarrassing if it's just me that thinks like this at times, but sometimes when I go to a gallery, I'm like, I want to give off an arty vibe, you know? Like, I know my darlies from my Duchamps, and I'm like, sweater vest and loafers totally says that, right? I thought a sweater vest also would be great from a practical point of view in case I get hot. I can easily take it off and put it back on really easily. And I've picked shoes that are worn in and that I know are comfortable for a day on my feet. Outerwear option for this would definitely be a trench because it's easy to kind of carry a trench over your arm if you need to. Obviously you can put it in a cloakroom quite easily at a gallery, but I just feel like a lighter weight jacket is kind of better for a day in a gallery. So yeah, either a navy trench over the top of this or a classic beige. And then my evening look, so like I said, I actually wore this to a preview of Frieze recently, and I had a bit of a panic because I really didn't know what to wear. I'd never been to Frieze, had no idea what to expect, and I'm so glad I wore this look because when I got there, I'd say 80% of people there were dressed impeccably. I couldn't quite get over how well dressed everyone was. So I was really pleased with this look. It's an all black look that's very kind of tailored, very gender fluid, has a very sort of like androgynous vibe to it. So it's made up of a waistcoat with a black t-shirt underneath and then just some really slouchy tailored trousers, some chiseled Chelsea boots, and then really classic trench over the top. Kind of like tried to make like a little bit of a subtle statement with my hair and kept it in the plait again, and then the Jill Sander, the curved Jill Sander bag. So it's a really simple look, but and on the surface it might seem quite dull, but I think on closer inspection there's lots of really nice details in there that actually make it feel quite refined. And the final look for this video is what I'm calling the winter all-rounder. It's a look that I wear often during winter and surprisingly can be applied to many occasions at this time of year. I find it's a good one for the pub, it's a good one for evening dinners, sometimes I might add a red lip if I really want to push it and add that pop of colour. Potentially could be a relaxed look for work as well, depending on the dress code. An evening exhibition opening, a general day-to-day look as well. Somehow it works on many levels, and I think the key is with an all black look is to kind of play with balance and textures, because that's what makes an all black look quite interesting. I love both the mix of textures and shapes in this look and how they all just work together. The chunky oversized knit is a great balance and contrast against the fluidity of the silk skirt, and the chunky boots then help ground the look. I have previously actually switched out the boots for something a bit more delicate, maybe kind of like a pointed boot with a small heel. That also really works. And actually this winter I'd really like to try if I've got like a really fancy dinner to go to, I'd love to swap out boots for some really sheer black tights and then a sort of minimal 90s strappy sandal. I think that would look really nice. Anyway, that's the final look. I hope you enjoyed this video. I thought that look was just a great one to finish off with because I wear it so often for so many different things. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said at the beginning, if you do want to see another version of this, more suggestions are welcome in the comments box. Please do leave them down below. And yeah, I'll see you all soon.